Hey everybody, it's me, Frankie. I am well known in every single country in the world. I'm Frankie. Okay guys, let's do a tornado siren and spin it around at the same time.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we've got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather, whether or not. There it is.
Welcome to the Comedeorological Report. I am your host, Joey Only. The show is brought to you by my YouTube channel, Joey Only, Caribou Weather Dude. Check it out. You can see the video version there. Comedeorological Report. Comedeorology is the science I have invented of the funny business of weather. Comedy plus meteorology equals comedeorology. We are recording the show on the evening of Thursday, October 21st, but we broadcast on Saturday the 23rd on CFUR Radio 88.7 FM in Prince George. Then Monday the 25th on CKUW 95.9 FM in Winnipeg. Then once again Tuesday at 4 p.m. on CFUR 88.7 FM in Prince George. So the big news in British Columbia this week is, of course, this Superstorm and round 3 of it coming on Sunday, which is supposed to be some spectacular record-breaking storm. So I hope we have time to talk about that. Hurricane strength storm. It's not a hurricane. Maybe we can discuss the difference between a hurricane and a mid-latitude cyclone a little later on as well. But hurricane strength winds certainly present in these storms that are coming. And as well, I'm sure Brandon Houck will want to talk to us about the earthquake that Alberta had this week. But first, before anything else, let's get to the man himself, Frankie MacDonald.
Frankie, the weatherman. Frankie, the weatherman. Who?
Frankie!
Who?
Frankie!
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie!
The legend, the co-host of the show, Frankie MacDonald in Sydney, Nova Scotia. How you doing this evening, Frankie?
I'm doing great so far. It's pretty cold out in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. It's gradually getting colder, and November is predicted to be a stormy month all across eastern United States and America, and in the western United States as well, in Japan and Europe and all these places. It's going to be stormy for November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and June. Over Moscow, Russia is going to bring stormy weather too. And did you hear about that? Fred the Bear is in Bonaventure, Quebec right now. He's not in Sydney, Nova Scotia. He's gone away to Bonaventure, Quebec. Hey everybody, it's me, Frankie. Fred the Bear's off to Bonaventure, Quebec. He just left Sydney, Nova Scotia on Friday, October the 15th, or the evening hours. And Fred the Bear is on his way to Bonaventure, Quebec. Here's a special guest, Ed the Lion. Hi Frankie, how are you doing? I'm doing great so far, Ed. Fred the Bear, he's on his way to Bonaventure, Quebec, and Fred the Bear will be enjoying in Bonaventure, Quebec. Hey Ed, what are you doing right now? I'm doing great in these days. How was your day? I'm doing great, but Fred the Bear has to be careful out there. Yes, Fred will enjoy himself in Bonaventure, Quebec. Fred the Bear is going to Bonaventure, Quebec. Fred the Bear will return. Fred the Bear will return to my area, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Fred is going to be gone, temporary, in Bonaventure, Quebec, and Fred the Bear is going to see different places of Bonaventure, Quebec, and things like that. Yeah, Fred the Bear is going to see different places of Bonaventure, Quebec, and Fred the Bear will return to Sydney, Nova Scotia. I better get going now, see what's going by now. The Fred the Bear will return to Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm Frankie MacDonald. And the weather for all across Great Lakes is going to bring colder temperatures. Supposed to bring lots of rain in the Great Lake region on Monday. Sunday to Monday is going to bring lots of rain. And all those places that got cold air going all the way down the southern states. It's going to bring Santa Ana winds in California and all these places. And Australia had a big hailstorm where Jason is at. They had a big hailstones there, smashed windshields and things like that. Zodiacs in Australia. It's spring the year there because their summer starts on June 21st.
It was record-breaking hail, wasn't it?
Over in places like in Russia and things like that, COVID cases going up in Russia.
That hail in Australia was record-breaking. Exactly how big was it, Frankie? It was the biggest hail Australia had ever seen.
It was a really bad hailstorm.
It was a really bad hailstorm. Exactly how cold has it been in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and how cold is it going to be?
It's going to bring pretty cool temperatures as well, because their summer is over.
What's it been like in Sydney?
Cold and dry. Yesterday it was change of showers, and it was change of showers and things like that. They had a very bad hailstorm on October 20th in Australia, in Coffs Harbour.
Is it normal for Australia to get hail at this time of year?
It's spring in the year there, because their summer starts a couple of months away. It's their spring.
Is it normal for them to get hail in the spring?
Yeah.
You're hearing the voice of
Awesome.
Imogen
Thank you,
Cookie
Frankie.
Bailey in Victoria, British Columbia.
Yeah, I've heard that Australia gets like much bigger hail than we do. I know somebody who lives in Brisbane who is saying that you can get like almost golf ball size hail, and it's not even that big of a thing.
Because it's spring there.
And that's Noelle Chaos in Vancouver, BC. We do want to sort of stay on format, though, for now, and just to get back to, I just want to get a numerical number. What's the temperature been in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Frankie?
Sydney, Nova Scotia is around plus 10 to plus 11 as of right now. And
So
they'll
it's
go
not-
below that tonight.
So it's not that bad. Can you tell us about the Superstorm, Frankie, in British Columbia?
It's going to be really bad. It's going to bring a lot of rain on Sunday in Vancouver and Victoria.
Some of the they expected to see some record-breaking low
It's
pressure.
reported. Yes, it's reported. It's plus 6 degrees Celsius in Sydney right now.
We have down in Brooks, Alberta, the radio weatherman himself, Brandon Houck, this week not in the middle of producing a hockey game for Big Country Radio in Brooks, Alberta. There, Brandon Houck.
Yeah, we had some areas in the central region of the province actually had an earthquake occur early or late Wednesday evening. Yeah, Wednesday. It was first registered about 4.1, 4.2, and then they upgraded it today to a 5.0, which is a pretty big deal. I think probably the second largest earthquake here in the province of Alberta. Didn't do any damage, which is a good thing, but it did do a little bit of shaking, and we had some reports of it being felt in Edmonton, Red Deer, and even down to Calgary as well, and the epicenter was in the Rocky Mountain House area.
Yeah, it was 31 kilometers west-northwest of Rocky Mountain House, it says. That was October 20th at 9:23 p.m. Tell us about Alberta's history of earthquakes. Do you know much about it?
Yeah, earthquakes they definitely they're not rare, but they can happen from time to time, especially with the, as we know, we are on the mountain range here, and the mountains like to move once in a while, so that happen. People like to blame fracking for it, but that probably isn't always the case for that. Going to be the case because
I think it's too strong.
If you know the history on the Frank. Yeah, this one is way too strong for that, indeed. So if you know the history on the Frank slide, that was about 100 years ago or so there. That's when the mountain came down, and we're still, some people, I wouldn't be surprised if that was an earthquake too, where half the mountain came down on the town site there.
Yeah, right. So tell us about the weather stories in Alberta. Tell us about what Winnipeg can be expecting next week, and talk to us about this series of superstorms that we've been seeing along the coast of British Columbia.
Yeah, weather bombogenesis. We'll talk about that in just a second here. Yes, this week actually has been pretty nice, I'd say. We had one day well below freezing this week. Otherwise, started this week, I think Sunday, we were at least 24, 25. So we got to pull up the shorts again. It was nice. And then the next day, the cold front came through, and then I have to put the shorts away again. So that's usually a typical case for this time of year. Into middle of October, we had pleasant conditions throughout most of this week. No precipitation. It's been pretty dry, and we're going to warm back up again. I think by Friday here, we'll see temperature near 20 again, and then we'll get some rain, and that will be much needed. So it looks like it's going to stay as rain on Saturday here in Alberta, and then we'll cool down a little bit for next week back to teen temperatures, and we'll keep an eye until next weekend to see another adjustment in the weather pattern there. Meanwhile, Manitoba, you've also been pretty warm to start the week as well, but temperatures have significantly cooled down since that cold front's gone through. I think today you've only saw temperatures in the single digits for daytime highs, and that's going to continue for the next couple of days until we see those temperatures improve a little bit for the weekend into next week, but we're in the pattern now. Looks like doesn't look like we'll see any more 20-degree days in Winnipeg, sadly. And then the weather bombogenesis, bomb cyclone, whatever you like to call that thing. That thing is, I think Solander Island had a wind gust of 135 kilometers an hour today. So that was the strongest wind gust I saw earlier today. That was the north tip of Vancouver Island there. And now we're starting to see those winds really start to ramp up in Haida Gwaii, up in the Sandspit area. I think the sustained wind is 58, gusting to 78 right now. So that is a current reading right at this moment as I'm talking here. Then we're watching the other storm in Alaska, and that one's going to be even stronger. The pressure gradient on that one's going to go down to about 945 millibars. That is insane. So that's going to be even stronger, and we could even have waves on the Pacific coast up to 13 meters high by next week with the winds that could gust over 150 in the center of the low. So it's going to be quite a show for sure.
That's wild. So well over 30 feet in the 30 to 40 foot range. Superstorm Sunday, they're calling.
Joey, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Joey.
Whoa.
I'm at the Winnipeg Jets hockey game, and I wish I could hear you guys. I can't hear you very good, but the weather inside the Canada Life Center is fair. It's 3-1 Jets. There's 12 minutes left in the third period. And I can't hear a thing you guys are saying, but I can't wait to watch the program. Joey, I love you. Brandon, I love you. Gabriel, I love you. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Woo! Woo!
Oh, we get Joe Stover. That's awesome.
Wow.
That was completely
Yeah, have
cool.
fun.
You just totally
live from a game, like live, watching it live.
Evening, Gabriel Berardo. How's the weather in
Hey,
Southern
Imogen, did you
Ontario?
ever been to Chile yet?
Okay, hold up. Let me just answer Joey's question first, and then we'll obviously get the Frankie after. But it's been pretty warm. I mean, look, temperatures. I think today were like 16 Celsius. So I mean, it was pretty nice. There was a few showers. It was a pretty warm week, though. I mean, look, we had like temperatures for the last few days and like reaching 20 Celsius. It was pretty sunny. But though, tomorrow a high of 9 Celsius, which is of course not really what I want because I want to kind of, head out and play some ball before the weather gets cold and all wet and all slushy. But well, I mean, look, 9 with sunny weather, so I could head out. Maybe let's put on a few sweaters, maybe, right? But I mean, for the next few days, temperatures should be, of course, ranging 8 to about 11 Celsius, with a few, I think, showers this weekend, and then we have some rain moving in for next week. I don't really know a lot about that, but I'll of course keep all of my followers in the city of Toronto, up with the latest on what might of course happen with those, of course, showers next week, and of course any lows that move in, because I mean I haven't of course really been checking the forecast lately, but a lot of course rain next week, so stay updated on that.
You're sort of in that holding pattern of typical fall weather in Ontario, and nothing.
We are. Yeah.
Significance happening. So good.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on
it's
that.
Just boring. Yeah.
Keep an eye on that
I will
weather
be.
next week. We'll come back to you, of course. Let's go back to the West Coast because that's where we got some significant. We'll go to the furthest west first. Imogen Cookie Bailey is just lighting up over there. And tell us, what have you been seeing in Victoria today for some of that wind gusts that maybe we might be expecting yet?
Not a whole lot. Today was pretty quiet. It was a little windy, a little breezy, but nothing major. Kind of rainy, but not bad. It was mostly just cloudy and damp. So as far as like superstorms go, we haven't seen a whole lot here. It will be picking up. It's inevitable. But today, pretty quiet. Kind of nice.
Looking more towards the north tip of Vancouver Island, of course, and out to Haida where some of this one today, but the next one Sunday, we're not exactly sure where it's going to make landfall. But yeah, you will be seeing a little bit stronger winds.
Yeah, higher up
at some point.
A little farther north, it's definitely going to be a lot more dramatic. That's for sure. They tend to get way more dramatic weather up in that area. So anytime a storm is coming our way, those guys get the worst. They get the worst of it. Today, this tip, moderate, quiet, just cloudy and overcast. Lots of geese flying around. Farther north, no, those geese are staying in.
Over in Vancouver, Noelle Chaos. How has things been in Vancouver lately?
The last few days, it's like drying out from last week. So it's been cloudy, kind of damp. We've had like some rain, and the temperatures are still up in the teens, so it's still like kind of warm out. And last week, we had a ton of rain. I think last weekend we got about 150 millimeters of rain between Thursday night and Sunday night. It was a wet night to start putting on shows again. And yeah, other than like rain and clouds, we haven't really had much change. We've had a couple of dry days. Those were nice. And yeah, otherwise, we're definitely into the rainy season now.
Yeah, 150 millimeters of rain is eye-popping and insane. So yes, with some of this weather we're seeing in the West Coast right now. Now, the definition of a hurricane, Frankie, what is the definition of a hurricane? How does a hurricane formed?
Hurricane forms off the coast of Africa in warm waters where there's low wind shear and not on land.
In different parts of the world, we have a
Cyclones
cyclone
in the Western Pacific and tropical cyclones in the Southern Hemisphere.
That's right. So what we have in the West Coast, that's a mid-latitude cyclone.
And because it goes up to the north, to the close to the Arctic Circle.
Yes, you have the feeding of cold air and the entrance of warm air from the south coming in. And on this particular series of storms, we have at one point it was a typhoon for I don't know how many hours, Typhoon Nanthean, and it way down the Philippines and whatnot, and its tropical energy has come across the Pacific, and it's riding a jet that has, in some places of the jet stream is 400 kilometers an hour. Brandon, was that Brandon saying? The difference being, we are seeing a hurricane is named a hurricane when it gets to 74 miles per hour sustained wind speeds, and 119 kilometers per hour, that is, so it's spinning in its own circle. So we have weather that's wind speeds well over hurricane strength, and then at some point we're going to see winds, they say, along the west coast gusting to 175 kilometers per hour. So that's hurricane strength and beyond, but this is not a hurricane. Nonetheless, it's potential for damages. Brandon, do you have any idea what this might look like on Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. So yeah, this next storm that's coming in on Sunday will be much stronger than this one, indeed. As we go, I'm just taking a look at the new model update here, and yeah, we're going to see the pressure go down, especially early Sunday morning, at least 9:50, and it looks like it will be a little bit more of a direct hit for Vancouver Island late Sunday into Monday. So that will be our strongest winds, especially along coastal sections. So this one, the one that we saw, the one we saw today was kind of skirt anywhere from about Tofino up towards Port Hardy. That's where you saw your strongest winds, and that was the case today. And the next storm will probably be a little more inland, so probably the Strait and even throughout the island there will get stronger winds, especially as the storm approaches, and then it takes the beeline off to the north again. So. Literally almost like a hurricane, but it doesn't have its tropical characteristics like one.
So it's almost like some of what we've been seeing over here, where you get the strong rain, but you don't have the wind force to go with it.
Well, you're kind of sheltered there in the Lower Mainland. That's the one thing. Whereas, along the west coast of proper, like for example, like Tofino to Port Hardy, where you get and then again Haida Gwaii. On the far side of Bella Coola, some of the wind speeds that they get there at times like this, like I'm sure trees are going to come down, power could go out, landslides, and it seems like the models have been updating every day so quickly, and the ideas and projections have been changing that I was expecting to see more of a snow event this weekend, and now maybe 5 days have passed, and we're looking at actually significant warm up into the interior. So.
Wow.
Compared to what we were expecting. Yeah, it turns out that the Ultimate Warrior was right about his forecast this week for the Caribou. Check out his forecast he gave.
The snow isn't very well, but eventually that's what it means. It's 14 in Kelowna, but it's going to get better this way. And I tell you, when it's done, you will see the sun, and you will look and thank you, Ultimate Warrior, for the sunshine. It's going to be an El Nino winter, and that means more snow, more cold, more long, wintry drive in the Fogahola Pass. But as my witness, you will find a better day ahead when the spring comes.
It is. The snow is all but melted around here. Frankie, what have you been doing this week?
I'm doing great so far. I was on a Base Guy show yesterday, and I was doing a Gary Dino show. Then on Tuesday, I was doing a Base Guy show on Wednesday, and I did great. And I was on a Reckless Airways Radio before I came on your show, and on Tuesday, and I just did another radio show, Trevor's After the Hour, and things like that. And just I'm back on Sunday, I did a Jason Marshall, We Don't Have Cookies, Roger the Wild Child show, and Main on Trade podcast.
That's a lot of podcasts.
Oh.
I see you're up to 269. I see you're up to 269,000 subscribers on YouTube now, Frankie.
Yes.
What videos did you do this
Wow.
week?
That's a lot of subscribers.
That's a lot of subscribers. What are your new videos this? What are your new videos this week, Frankie?
I just did tornado backwards siren. Okay, guys, let's do a backwards tornado siren. I'm Frankie MacDonald.
Yeah.
Backwards. I seen that you did the spinning tornado siren. That was pretty good. That one had me laughing.
I didn't
straight
see
up.
that one yet.
We're 10 days away from Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Holiday of the year.
Coolest holiday of the
yeah.
year. What's everyone got to say about Halloween this week?
It's awesome.
Only
Yeah.
holiday of the year I celebrate. Well, that and my cat's birthday.
When's your cat's
That's a
birthday?
holiday.
July 22nd.
Awesome. How old did he turn this year?
He turned 9. We had a
Happy
birthday
birthday.
party for him. Yeah.
Did he get like a normal cake, or did you make like something out of cat food?
No, he got some presents, and I took him for a walk in the hallway around the apartment building, and we ordered takeout because he loves it when I order takeout. And then he
For
went
the cat?
and then he went to the next door neighbor's house to play with his cat friends.
That's awesome. It was a cat party. It's a
Yeah.
cat
Yeah.
party.
The king of the house was very well celebrated.
My little
Yeah.
dude is referred to as the little emperor.
There he is sitting in a box.
This is Morbo Fishpaw.
Yeah.
He's hanging out wearing his little pumpkin shirt. See, little tiny jack-o'-lantern.
Somebody is ready for Halloween.
Oh, it's a Halloween every day here.
The question was, what's everyone doing for Halloween?
I mean, we're not gonna do like much this year. Just I guess buying candy and then my mom hiding it and then me secretly finding it and then me just eating it, right? So I guess that's what's gonna happen, right? Because nobody could hide a 160 box full of bars for me. Like, no, it's not. We only have a certain amount of cupboards in our house, so I just gotta look through every single one.
Gotta be systematic
I'll
about it,
find
like a Terminator.
Yeah, I know. I will find it. Candy is just what we're gonna be eating for Halloween, right? Like the Mars bars are like my favorite. I don't care what anybody says. Mars, Aero, Kit Kat. Yeah, no, right? I don't like coffee crisp. I don't like it. I don't care if you like it. I don't like it.
When your mom is hiding the candy, is she hiding it so you don't eat it before she gives it to trick-or-treaters, or is she hiding it like it's...
Oh, no, right? She just, of course, doesn't want me to eat a bunch of junk, as of course she says. But also, of course, it's for the people that come to the house. But, well, really, I mean, like, there's not that much people that night, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna, eat some myself. Brandon, what is your favorite candy or your favorite chocolate bar?
Oh, I like a Kit Kat bar once in a while. You guys want to watch my mic disappear here? Here we go. Watch this. See? It's gone.
It disappeared into the storm.
Magic.
I'm working door at a couple of Halloween shows around town for Halloween weekend, and there's a fun cover show happening at a venue that my friends run.
I'm actually gonna tell you that when I was actually younger, Halloween was much more fun. But then, of course, as you get older, you know what happens, right? Life gets no more.
You just haven't had
No more
Halloween
of
with
this.
LSD yet.
Gabriel,
yeah. And also,
you're talking to.
oh no! Listen, look. Okay, let's see. Like, you obviously celebrate it, great, yeah, okay. But life is different as a kid, and then when you get older, right? Like when I was like younger, we had all these parties, and I mean, we had all these
Was that what kids
people
do
at our
now?
house.
Well, that's a new invention. Joey and I wouldn't know anything about that.
I've
Oh, so
partied
what?
more
Well-
than
Oh.
schools of kids. Nowadays, I'm a Dadalorian.
Yeah, but we had some pretty good parties, like 160, like, people at our house, are like our cousins, neighbors, our parents, friends, and so many more, and things like that, as of course Frankie would say. But well, it's just fun. I mean, right? It was fun. Yeah, thankful for family and who I am. I don't know.
To go with my Dadalorian shirt, I got this other shirt. It says, "Only you can prevent
Joey, only
forest
you.
fires. Don't create funeral pyres in the woods. Rebel Alliance Press, paid for by the Endor Department of Parks and Recreation." And it's an Ewok instead of Smokey the Bear. I think as a forest firefighter, when I seen that one online, and it says "only,"
It's very you. It's very you, Joey.
I needed to have it. I may even buy the green one.
Oh my God, yes.
The green
don't
one
wanna
with
be
the
like-
forest color.
Is there
I'm not-
is it like a orange one or like a red one that would look like fire, kind of like stand? I don't know. I'm just asking.
There's a green one with orange letters, and it's quite nice.
Ooh.
I believe that's the one I wanted, and then somehow, because I'm an old man, I don't know how to use the internet properly. I ordered the wrong one. I wanted the green one. Now I might just have to go back and get a green one. Have the whole set.
Have one
Where
for
do you-
every occasion.
It'll just be it'll be the shirt you know me in.
Oh yeah.
There's
Where do
Joey
you
in a
like to order?
different colored Ewok shirt. You sure
Where do you
likes
like
them
to,
Ewok
like-
shirts, that Joey. That's
Where
what
do
they'll say
you
about me.
where do you, of course, order like your stuff off? I just wonder. I don't know.
Hey, that's a company secret.
Oh, okay. I'm
Well, I
sorry
don't want to
about
be
that, Joey. I didn't know
advertising
that.
for. I don't want to be
No,
advertising.
no.
They're not paying me.
I didn't know that.
And then
I didn't know.
not only are they not paying me to advertise where I got them from, but then once everybody else is wearing the same shirt I'm wearing, it's another loss. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not only just a loss of revenue; it's a loss of coolness.
That
Yeah,
is
you won't
that
have your
is.
signature trademark anymore.
That's right.
Oh, okay, and that is, of course, obviously made only for you because it says it on the shirt. Only you.
That's right.
It's only you.
Only Joey. Only Joey. Only.
Yeah.
Stock remains high.
That's why I got this shirt.
Wow.
To be awesome in it. to wear it and be awesome in it. I wish I had this shirt at Thanksgiving, because then maybe I would have been more thankful. I'm not going to be thankful just because you tell me to. I'm a rebel like that, you know.
Well, it's all based on this myth, you see. Because the thing is, like, these white people were gonna die, like, because Christopher Columbus didn't know how to live in the snow and stuff. But then, like, the natives came and saved them one winter, and they didn't die. So then they stayed the whole winter, and then they ended up colonizing all of North America. What a lovely story. And because the natives helped them out, this gives them the right. Somehow, Thanksgiving is used to legitimize something that maybe should not have happened. Those civilized white people were saved by the savages. They probably weren't eating turkeys. So now I'm supposed to be thankful. Just supposed to be thankful because you told me to.
What? Aren't you thankful?
I mean, in a generalized sense, yeah, like, you know, the universe is so big and spectacular, and I'm so infinitely small and just so lucky to really play a small part in it whatsoever. But as far as you humans are concerned, I just about had enough of your shit. So yeah, no dinner plans, no one's coming over, no family, the kids aren't even here this weekend, all alone. I guess I'm kind of thankful. No one's bothering me.
Well, the best part of the harvest is Happy Halloween.
I'm thankful for punk rock, because your music sucks.
Well, actually, I got my arm bit off by an orangutan this year.
So what? You aren't thankful? You should be thankful, son. Son, you should be thankful. I didn't ask to be born. I'm thankful for weed, man. So, let me get this straight. You aren't thankful?
I'm thankful for jazz, because your music is impolite.
Well, one thing I'm thankful for is washing machines. Remember the old days when you had to, like, put soap in a cow's mouth and get them to chew your clothes?
I'm thankful for hot running water so I can let my dishes soak here in the sink all day. Well, you should be thankful, but you're not. And you know why you're not?
I'm thankful for YouTube, because that's where I get my education. I'm thankful for this wood splitter out here. Man, remember back in the old days when you had to beat the wood apart with your head?
I'm not thankful for humanity. These guys are messing everything up.
Yeah, they put my head on a wall.
Me too.
Ditto, humans.
Oh, they put my heads on a cabinet. Yeah, but he lets me in when I want. Meow, meow, meow. Got any food? No food here. Curse you, humans.
What's wrong? You want some food? Happy Thanksgiving. You're eating better than me.
Actually, the stuff isn't so bad. Remember in District 9, how all the aliens are crazy about cat food? That was awesome.
Happy Thanksgiving, aliens.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that I can eat this soup with a fork or a spoon, because there's always at least one utensil that's clean in the house. I'm thankful that whenever I feel alone, all I have to do is open a can. Doesn't matter what's in it. And I'm thankful that the sun came out for 1 minute. Well, personally, I'm thankful for the ability to be thankful. Turkey and turkey nickel. I wish turkey only costed a nickel. I'm thankful for all of you YouTube subscribers. I'm thankful that the Maple Leafs won all these glorious Stanley Cups before I was born. Oh, hey, look now, it's really snowing out. I love Thanksgiving.
And now Frankie wants to talk about hail some more.
Australia, United States hailstorms, they get much bigger hail in the state size than in Canada.
What's the biggest hailstorm, Frankie?
Somewhere in the North Dakota, you had a grapefruit size hail, sometimes even a basketball size hail. What happens if it's a hail size of the house and a hail size of the earth?
Well, if it's a hail the size of the house and it lands on a witch, then you know you're not in Kansas anymore.
Basketball
what about the hail size
hail.
of the earth?
If you got a hail the size of the earth and it lands on the earth, then there's no earth.
Snowman. That's how
Yeah,
you
there'd be no earth anymore. It'd just be a giant
but-
piece of hail.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
people
if the moon gets in, because if it pulls the moon's gravity in, then you could actually have quite the snowman.
Yeah.
But what I actually wonder is that since there's different climates and different weather, would it like melt in other places and stay as it like its actual like shape in other places? I actually would like to ask Mark of course Robinson or Jacqueline whenever of course you're on like the show next, because I actually wonder that question, right? Like what would like actually like
It's been a little while since we've had a stellar weather report. Interstellar weather. Interstellar weather. Frankie, what's the weather been like on Mercury lately?
Really hot one side of Mercury, really cold the other side.
What's the weather been like on Venus lately?
Venus is so hot. That's the hottest planet in our solar system.
Volcanoes and everything. What's the weather been like on Mars lately?
Weather's cold, and they got super sandstorms, really much worse than Earth.
What's the weather been like in Antarctica?
Extremely cold there right now. It's getting warmer. Scientists are going down there, and Russian scientists are going down there too. That means COVID. They could even bring COVID to Antarctica, like Russian scientists.
Yeah, it's true. You don't know what's in the vaccine, but you also don't know what's in ivermectin now exactly, do you?
It's for removing worms and bots from your horse. A virus is not a worm.
In fact, you don't even know what's in a can of pop.
Why should you be worried about the chemicals in your soda? There's caramel color, biphenol A, brominated vegetable oil, yellow 5, phosphoric acid, high fructose corn syrup, aspartame, sugar load. I'm not exactly sure any of you know what those things are.
You don't know what's in cocaine, but you take that. You don't even know what's in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
A lot of squirrels, redbirds, butterflies.
You don't know what's in the vaccine. Hell, you don't even know what's in style.
No, I don't think the government cares about me. What they care about is the economy. You're worried about being tracked on a chip, and you're on Facebook talking about it.
We're going to talk about building a privacy-focused social platform.
Yeah, you want to know what you're putting in your body. I get it. You want to know what you're putting in your body. But the thing is, you don't even know what's in your body already. How many ventricles do you have?
Kevin.
4.
I'm sorry, that's not the correct answer.
What is an aorta? What is a medulla oblongata?
A medulla oblongata.
What's the name of the bone in this finger?
Oh, it is medulla oblongata.
I bet you half of you don't even know how much you weigh. I know what your weight is. It's dead weight. You know what works real good for COVID? Tide Pods.
They're popping detergent pods into their mouths and then posting the videos online.
Injection inside or almost a cleaning.
In Mars right now, what do you think's the warmest temperature there?
Don't know.
What's the weather been like on Jupiter lately?
Extreme stormy, same with Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
And what about Pluto?
Jump the gun there.
Ceres is extremely cold, and Gorwar.
Pluto was far, right? Like I don't even think it's a planet anymore. Is it not a planet anymore?
No, it's so far away. They said you can't be a planet. You're too far away, Pluto.
Oh yeah, well I guess
there's a lot of things just like it out there. Apparently, there's
path, right?
There's, in the Oort cloud, there's 20 trillion Plutos for all we know. There's a comet that's quite large, like almost planet size or something like that, coming in the year 2031 into our solar system. It was just recently discovered.
I'll research it and have something for you next week.
Oh, hold up. What was it again, Joey? What did you say?
It's a comet.
Again?
It's a comet. And it's
okay.
going to interact with Saturn's gravity.
Well, what will that
do? Who knows? Who knows what it could do?
Yeah, it's a pretty weird thing. Something that I just look up on YouTube and I see like asteroids that could hit or come close to Earth in the next like 100 years or so, and it's really fascinating, right? Just like thinking about it, watching these videos.
There's some giant bodies passing close to Earth. Frankie, you sometimes put out videos like this, space rocks and things like this.
Space rocks, interesting.
Those are asteroids. That's the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter.
When's the next big asteroid coming close to Earth, Frankie?
One of them is 1997 XF11 on October 26, 2028.
Yeah, so that's coming soon. Not
The
gonna do
next
much.
total solar eclipse in New Brunswick, that will be April 2024.
Total solar eclipse in
Earthquake?
New Brunswick. No, a
Oh,
total solar
oh,
eclipse.
In New
It's
Brunswick.
in the sky.
okay.
The earthquake's in the ground.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Looking forward to it.
Until you have a
Oh, yeah.
skyquake. That's
Look
when an
at what-
asteroid hits you.
Look at what Brandon's showing, like a 5
Yeah.
hail size.
That's
Look at that 5
Yeah.
inch hail. Now that's large hail, right, Frankie?
So this hailstone, by the way, as I am showing you this is actually softball sized hail.
Did you
And
actually take the photo?
Want to guess where this fell? This was in 2020.
Oh,
Brooks.
Brooks.
Yeah, I'd say pretty close. Duchess, just north of Brooks, almost in my backyard.
Brooks,
I can show
Alberta,
you-
right? Is that where you live?
Yeah, Alberta, southern
Oh,
Alberta.
okay, yeah, okay.
Calgary got hit by that tennis ball sized hail and caused all the damage there too. I'm gonna go
Okay,
and show
but
you the
that's huge.
hail. This is it here. That's the
That was a
caused-
storm.
That's the storm there. Yep, the supercell.
Yeah.
You photographed this hail. Where were you when the hail was falling?
Well, this actually fell to the north, so someone else got the photo and sent it to me. And they actually put this hailstone in the freeze area, so it's still around actually.
Oh, wow, it's still living. You
Put
know,
it in their whiskey
interesting
someday.
way.
This storm, this was a tornado warned supercell actually. It came up from
Oh, yeah.
the south, the direction I'm looking at here. So this is this is actually looking south from my place here. The supercell that came up from the south produced a tornado and then rolled in the evening and produced softball sized hail at Duchess.
Biggest I think hail that I've ever seen. It's I mean like that's not even close to what you've seen, but I mean like the biggest hail that I've seen is probably a loony or toony size. It's not huge, but I mean it's pretty like a decent like size for like
The biggest hail I
we don't
saw
get, like-
was in Calgary in July 2010. We were there because our band was playing at Stampede. So yeah, it was giant hail. I mean, it was smashing windows. It caused $450 million damage. There was all these people at Stampede that were just, they got hurt by hail, hit with it and hit in the head. And they were all saying in the newspaper the next day, like, whoa, it came out of nowhere, as though there hadn't been like a week of severe thunderstorms every day. And as if there hadn't been this like gigantic visible, I mean, it struck early in the day, so it's sort of a little bit forgivable if people were taken a little bit off guard, but it was like this towering storm, and you're supposed to be, so you can tell who the real cowboys are. We were inside, and we were not caught by the $450 million hailstorm. It was, but yes, it was giant hail smashing off concrete and off everything and hitting windows. It was amazing.
Remember the tornado that hit Barrie when I actually, of course, told you about that, Joey? Remember, like a few months back this summer, the actual tornado hit Barrie. There was this news cone-shaped wind tunnel was in fact a tornado. So what the hell, cone-shaped wind tunnel? What? Everybody was tweeting what is a cone-shaped wind tunnel? I want to see one. So why not just call it a classic tornado, right? I don't know. They called it a cone-shaped wind tunnel. Was in fact a tornado. That was the actual article.
We spent a lot of time in the prairies in the summer back in the day playing music. It was the Palomino that we always played at. So we would work as a house band there, and over the course of 2 weeks during Stampede, play X number of gigs and drink X thousand number of free shots that all the people just spending money like crazy. And but we'd find time apart from that on our festival circuit out through the prairies to chase storms as we could. So on off days we'd make sure to be there. So during that week of those severe storms, we witnessed quite a few of them. But the one that hit Calgary that day, that was the biggest hail I ever seen. But seeing something that was close to that, but it was not. It's one thing to have some, random hailstones that start falling that are quite large. It's another thing to have a downburst for length of large hail. And I think that's what
Yeah,
was
yeah.
characteristic
No,
of the Calgary hailstorm that and probably the one
Oh,
in
yeah,
2020
yeah.
was much the same, eh, Brandon?
And Joey, do
Yeah.
you remember in 2017 when we were at Campbell the year that I played, and there was like this metal band or something that was playing, and it was like raining ash from the forest fires because they came like so close to the farm during that.
Yeah, I do recall the pyrocumulus looking sort of cloud that was just billowing up from the other side of Francois Lake, I want to say it was, where that fire was on the other side of there. And
Yeah.
that was quite something. And I do recall another time at Campbell Party, which is in Fraser Lake, Fort Fraser. To the south of us, we were up on top the sort of higher area looking south, and there was just an anvil-shaped thunderstorm. And this was after a week of some very severe thunderstorms. And I remember whoever I was sitting there watching and drinking beer with and just saying, like, I bet you that storm inside there, just all hell's breaking. Anything could happen in there. And it turned out that there was golf ball size hail that day and maybe larger in Nazco. So next week, things are going to be a little different for me, and I hope to still be able to produce a show. So I start my new job, timber cruising, speaking of Nazco, and I'm going to be at a logging camp starting Monday morning, some crazy distance in the west of Nazco. So apparently there's internet there and Wi-Fi. So we should be good to continue producing episodes of the Comedeorological Report, but it could be, who knows? We'll see what the internet's like out there in the middle of nowhere, which is where it is.
I also, of course, start my job in about 2 weeks at Food Basics. But I obviously, of course, should be able to, join, of course, shows in a few weeks from now.
Once you get the
whenever
Food Basics, then you can move up to the complicated stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, look,
Get some job
once
experience
I, of
there.
course, get yeah. But
Food complications.
once I, of course, get my hours right. Hopefully, it's not too late, right? Like, I still want to be able to join the show. But if you, of course, don't really see me some maybe Thursdays, you obviously, of course, know why, right? Because
Well, you'll have to
probably because I'm working on it.
You have to time your break at Food Basics if you're working
Oh,
to
yeah,
come
yeah.
on and tell us what's on sale this week.
Okay, I mean,
And
I
then we
could
can-
actually do that. Oh, yeah.
And there's a good reason for this. It's not just to promote the sale. I'm curious about the food prices in Ontario compared to.
You know what? Actually,
I'd
I'm
be
also
curious to
too,
find out one of these episodes for us to all kind of have a comparison of how much does a basic food item cost in each part of Canada.
Okay.
I'm sure if we
You
had
could, I
Olivier
guess-
on and we had Joe Stover on, we'd be getting some quite interesting numbers. I mean, if you buy food here at the gas, if you buy food here in Wells, you're paying kind of remote prices. So that's why we go to Quesnel and get our groceries there, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Where
I mean,
and
well,
it
look-
actually and I've noticed this when I would do tours on the Greyhound and all of that, and I'd noticed based on when you're stuck in these little tiny towns, based on when you're in big cities, and even just suburbs in Vancouver, the food is actually considerably cheaper than it was when I was living in Chilliwack, which is only about an hour away. And also province by province, Alberta, I remember, wasn't that bad. Ontario wasn't terrible, but then you get into other provinces where you would see a noticeable difference depending on where you are.
How much do you
Oh,
pay
yeah.
for a lobster, Frankie?
Lobster, that means I never bought a lobster at all.
Okay, but how much do you pay for Frank? I don't even know.
Lobster costs quite a bit.
How much?
You don't
Frank?
like lobster, Frankie?
No, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, same. I don't like lobster either.
No, it's
I don't like
gross.
lobster. I'm sorry. I don't like seafood. I don't
like seafood either.
I just don't like the texture of eating some of this slimy stuff.
I mean,
Octopus. Okay, but look, especially
Octopus.
I just
Where you going with
but
this?
no, look. Okay, but no, like there's some
cucumbers.
There's some people that eat these slimy foods. I'm like, yo, I don't.
A lobster is not
okay,
slimy food.
No, hold on. Some like, okay, you know what? Whether
I'm
it's
with
an
you on that.
octopus,
I don't like
I don't know
octopus
what
either.
it was. I don't really know what it even was that I saw in this video, but someone was
called
eating this slimy food. I was
calamari.
like, yo, maybe, like, I don't know what it was. I just don't like seafood. I don't.
So you watched a
Yeah.
video of someone eating something slimy, so you don't like slimy seafood?
No, hold
Did I
on.
get that right?
You know those ASMR videos of people eating close to like the microphone, and it's like,
Yeah,
like
the sound is all
sound effects. It's all like those people that eat those
Why are you
slimy
watching
foods.
it?
I'm like, what? I like to watch because it's like it's fun to like listen to, like there's people crunching in your ear and kind of
You like to
I don't
listen to
know.
people eating?
What? Yeah.
That's like my pet
it's
peeve.
called, if you actually look it up online, there's
I
tons
have a
of
new pet peeve.
videos.
My new pet peeve is people liking listening to people eating.
Ear.
That's just weird. My brain can't
Yeah, I'm
handle it.
with you.
Oh, okay. You know what?
That.
I don't like it, but like my mind goes like crazy when I listen to that stuff. Like I don't really know like the feeling of it. Like it's a weird like feeling when you have someone like chewing and like I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't know. I don't really watch the videos. I only watch
Yeah,
some because it's
there-
online. But
Yeah, I know what you're describing. There's a term for it. I just can't remember it right now, but there's a term for what you're describing.
ASMR.
It's that weird,
ASMR.
It's a weird sensory kind of overload type thing where it's just one of your senses just gets really agitated by certain sounds and whatnot. For a lot of people,
Yeah, like it's really crazy. Yeah, like, it's
I know,
really
like
crazy. I know.
I know if I was president of the United States, the whole world would be in danger if I had the keys to the
You would ban
nuclear
it.
warheads because somebody would be sitting near me smacking, and that'd just be enough. I'd have to blow up the friggin' planet.
Someone slurps their soup and now Russia's blown off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
Just can't
you just like you just press a button and they would be no more.
Well, we'd all die, but it'd be worth it. I'd eliminate
doomsday
smacking.
sea fall up in Norway. They got a doomsday sea fall up in Norway to store all the seeds just in case that happens.
They do. That's where the global seed vault is. It's in Norway. A moment of silence for all the people Joey's about to blow up.
I don't know. I was watching my cat do my dishes.
Okay, is like your cat like a human? I mean, like you ordered takeout.
No,
No.
when I say
I'm just
do the
joking.
dishes, I mean he jumped in the sink and he started looking.
Oh, we actually, of course, have a new one too, like a new like cat that we've also got too. But he actually, of course, likes to jump in the sink also too sometimes.
My cat has a
So,
wound
I'm
on
gonna
his face right now.
Has a what?
A wound on his face.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
What
well,
did he do?
What happened?
Well, he lost a fight, I guess. But he's,
Oh,
you know,
no,
it just
what
like starts as a little scratch, and then he just keeps, and keeps getting at it, and it's been going on for a
Is he
week
okay?
now. It's just like let it heal, dude. Now it's all scratched open again tonight.
Is he gonna have to get one of those like collars?
I was thinking about somehow making a cone for his head, like out of
Yeah,
cardboard or-
like a cone.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
just
that's what I meant. Like those cones,
Tornado.
like that you put
Tornadoes
around
for the
them
dog.
that look like a lampshade.
like if
Yeah,
I could just
yeah.
catch him every time he goes to scratch at it and like shoot him with a pistol or something, like a water gun. I mean, and eventually he'd be conditioned to just not scratch his face or
Yeah, I
come near
know.
me if
That's
I have
just
a
good
water
for.
pistol in my hand. Brandon, do you like seafood?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Talking to Brett.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I love seafood.
I like haddock.
I can eat
What'd you
all
say?
seafood.
I can eat all seafood.
Wow.
I see
Oh,
it.
wow.
I
Okay,
want it.
so
I went to a buffet on my birthday once. I was in Ontario, and it was like all my Haveman family. There was like a ton of us, like all these Dutch, all my Dutch family. Like 30 of us, in for my big. And it's like at this China Gate or whatever in Trenton, Ontario, and there's 200 different things you can eat, and so everyone at the end of it, they got their cakes and their pies, and they have their ice creams, and they have their, banana floats, and their, every possible kind of dessert you could think of. And it's my birthday, and they like, are you gonna get? How come you didn't get? Are you not gonna get birthday cake? And I came back with a plate full of seafood, and I said, I'm having meat for dessert tonight. It's my
Perfect.
birthday.
Best way to do it, man.
how did we go from weather to space and then to cats and then to food? Wow, this is a everything show. This is where you talk about everything, like literally everything.
And in terms of chocolate bars,
I
anything with
think
peanut
it's
butter.
because you put a whole bunch of people like in front of their computers, and then you just sort of let the internet
Go
happen.
along. Yeah.
The other week we have a little bit different setup. We had different people. We had Joe Stover show up in the upper
at a hockey game.
banisters of the Winnipeg Arena there, watching the Jets winning. He must be just in heaven.
Did they win?
I guess
Did
so.
they win? I mean, look, I could go and check right now. I did. 'Cause I have
No,
the
the
channel.
Flames won.
Too bad Joe doesn't just like pop back in quickly with this like, this is what happened, woo! But he's probably drinking and.
Oh yeah, probably. You could even see that he was.
The Comedeorological Report on CFUR 88.7 FM and Prince George. Thank you very much, CFUR Radio and University of Northern British Columbia, who I had to talk to yesterday. That's a long story short, though. I had some paperwork issues with some of my certifications, and I got this weird letter from UNBC. I was like, what the heck? I'm not certified anymore. And then turns out it was all a data error, and all is forgiven. So thank you to the good staff at UNBC for being so apologetic and kind to me yesterday. If you're listening to this show, you know who you are. I appreciate all you do for us, Danger Tree Assessors.
And there's a major news. They're talking about changing Facebook. That Facebook is talking about changing the name and things like that.
You're worried about being tracked on a chip, and you're on Facebook talking about it.
We're going to talk about building a privacy-focused social platform.
Well, Frankie, you can't polish a turd.
Wait,
but boy, are they
so, well, what will it be called then?
Don't know yet. It's top secret.
Bookbase.
They're not allowed to tell you yet. He keeps it a top secret.
Oh wow, wow. I mean, that's pretty interesting news, Frankie. Wow.
My Twitter is at Frankie McD. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie McD 1984. My TikTok is Frankie McDonald 1984. My Clapper is Frankie McDonald 1984. My Twitch is Frankie McDonald 1984. And my Snapchat is Frankie MACDO. And my YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves.
All right.
What's your Facebook, Frankie?
Frankie McDonald.
I'm Joey Only, the Caribou Weather Dude on YouTube. It would be nice if you subscribe to the channel. You can see the video version of this show, all you radio listeners out there. I also wanted to say hello to CKUW 95.9. That's really appreciated having us on your station every week. And do tune in next week. We'll be back, and hopefully I'll be reporting in from the far near wilderness of the far west reaches of the Caribou, out to places where there are no people, where they're I'm looking forward to getting back to It's been a nice month off of work since fire season, but it's going to be kind of nice to see myself.
If you're
relax, watch a few.
So Joey, if you're going out to a logging camp, what are your opinions on like some of the blockades that are like happening around the province right now? Like there's Fairy Creek, and then I think there's another one like out by like Revelstoke too, isn't there?
Well, I guess you've not been tuning into the show because we've had guests, and that's been a topic of the show twice in the last month. So be sure
I haven't.
to tune into past episodes. You can find them at Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel.
No, I haven't. I've missed a few episodes. With the return of shows, my evenings have been kind of busy lately.
But obviously, I have a complicated opinion on such matters. So let's not get me talking under forestry with 0 minutes left in the show. Maybe next week I'll explain. But of course, I think all old growth logging should be stopped. I'll say that right off the bat. That's the short answer for Joey this week. Anybody else? If not, we're gonna call it a wrap.
There's a new variant found in Russia of COVID-19. It's more contagious, more deadlier. It's found in Russia.
It's coming. Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, that's what everyone's getting for Christmas this year.
Hell yeah.
Imogen turned into a thing. Looks more unhappy than my wounded animal right now.
Oh, that's just his resting cat face.
That's just its face.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold,